This is Soundcheck. I'm John Schaefer. Last year, the indie rock band Bishop Allen rang in the new year with an ambitious resolution: release one EP every month. Unlike a lot of calorie counters and cigarette smokers out there, though, Bishop Allen made good on their resolution. We'll talk to these Harvard grads in a moment about movie cameos, giant pigeons, and their new full-length CD, The Broken String. First, though, they're going to play live in our studio, part of our series Soundcheck Showcase, where we present new and up-and-coming artists. This song is called Like Castanets. Here is the band Bishop Allen.
The city is silver in the moon, the mountains heaped with sugar spoons, the click and clatter of my feet along the crooked cobbled streets like castanets. Down past the window shuttered tight, the hollow of a haunted night. It's raining now out on the beach, the chitter chatter of my teeth like castanets. I'm following the coffee trail, I drink it black and by the bale. The pesos turn to paper cups, my fingers tremble at the touch like castanets. Across the Mapocho, Santa Lucia, Barrio Bella Vista, San Cristobal. Across the Mapocho, La Moneda, La Casa Neruda. And on the cable car I climb up to the sacred Virgin Shrine. The city is smothered in the smog, and the snippy snap of wild dogs like castanets. Tomorrow is Assumption Day. I ask just what they celebrate. Danilo says he can't explain, but he'll be clapping anyway, like castanets. Like castanets. Like castanets.
The band's called Bishop Allen. The song is Like Castanets. And the band consists of Justin Rice, who sang and played guitar. Christian Rudder sang and played the ukulele. Darby Nowatka behind the keyboard didn't actually play the keyboard on that one, singing and playing a bit of percussion. Cully Symington playing our drum kit and his own glockenspiel simultaneously. Giorgio Angelini on bass and John Natchez on trumpet. Justin and Christian, the two of you guys, I don't know which one of you it was that came up with the idea of doing a short recording, an EP, every month of 2006, but...
It was kind of a collaborative thing.
Yeah, it was pretty much both of us at the same time. We spent a lot of time together, so it's,
Uh-huh.
Sometimes our thoughts come as one.
And presumably a fair amount of drinking was involved. And but
actually, I feel like we do a lot of our recording and also running off at the mouth at like 11 in the morning.
Really? And is there drinking involved at 11 in the morning?
Well,
Now, so why did you decide that this would be a good idea? And then how did you go about actually doing it?
I don't know that we really decided that it would be a good idea exactly. It was the kind of thing where in the course of a conversation, we'd ended up kind of coming up with the idea, and it had an undeniable logic to it. You know, it was like, that is perfect. You know, it's complete, it's perfect, and now that we've thought of it, we really have to do it. We have no choice. And so we went about doing it basically by devoting tons and tons and tons of time to working on songs. We just get up every morning, go into our practice space, and record and record and record and record, no matter how sick of it we were, no matter how tired we were, whether we had ideas or not. And so, but we were definitely a slave to the sort of, you know, it had that ring to it. The idea had that.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Christian, was it fun at the end of the year?
Oh, by the end of the year, yeah. To look back on it, it seemed really fun. I kind of miss it now, but definitely around about April, I was ready to hang it up. But you know, that's the good thing about doing something with someone else is that you've got someone to deny your urge to quit.
To goad you on, yeah.
Yeah.
But then, you know, it's one thing to actually record this stuff. Then what do you do with it? I mean, at some point, it's like another month, another record from these guys. You're competing with yourself. In a
I mean,
sense.
it seems. Yeah, you'd think there would be fatigue out there, I guess, from listeners and even from our own ears or our parents or whoever. I don't know, but you know, we put them up on our website, and I guess we're lucky enough to have a decent following just there, and you know, we kind of pressed them in little batches, and people bought them, and we would just move ahead, I guess.
Yeah, and you know, you can't really underestimate the collector impulse either. You know,
True enough.
it's like people collect stamps. Why not?
Yeah, and Darby did all
EPs.
the designs, so they're like coherent looking as well, you know, so it's cool. They definitely look nice, all 12 of them arrayed on a table.
Well, now there is a full-length Bishop Allen CD called The Broken String. 10 of the songs are reworkings of some of the 48 that you guys did last year, right?
Correct.
How did you choose? I mean, is this the best of the lot? Is this the best of 2006? Masquerading as a 2007 release?
In some ways, I mean, there's definitely a few songs that we really liked from the EPs from 2006 that didn't make the record. It's kind of the ones that, and there's some weird unexpected ones. Like there's like basically a solo number with Justin on the banjo that's on the full length that when we recorded it in like April, we never in a million years would have thought it would have made a quote unquote best of, you know, but it's kind of the songs that we felt like we could improve or do differently, but yet still do well, and that would go together as an album.
That's Christian Rudder, who is the ukulele player in the band Bishop Allen. We're also speaking with Justin Rice, the guitarist. It sounds so weird to say that, the ukulele player in the band.
He plays.
I think we
plays.
just chose two songs that I only
We
play
chose-
the ukulele on.
yeah.
But
We've got some ukulele. Christian most of the time also plays the guitar. He usually plays the electric guitar, but
yeah, but you know,
So he's shredding on a much smaller axe here in the studio today.
yeah, the hatchet.
but sharper.
But you guys, now you met at Harvard,
Yeah.
where one of you was studying math, and
Actually, at the time we were both studying English. We met Justin was a literature major, but you know,
We met in English 10A. Which
English
is,
10A. Yeah, I was technically an English major, and it's like a required course. And I'm a year older than him, so he was, you know, a freshman, and I was a sophomore, and we happened to be assigned to the same sort of section, maybe because our last names are close. I don't know.
And John, who played the trumpet, actually was my roommate. We lived
Yeah.
together. Or he lived upstairs from me freshman year. So.
and so out of this grew this band called Bishop Allen, and the name coming from the fact that you guys all went to Harvard. Is that right? It's a local street.
It's
or
a
something?
street
It's a
that we
street,
lived
but
on.
it's kind of outside where almost no one from the university lives off campus, except you know we did, and we lived on the street, and we really liked it. So,
All right.
Yeah, it was a crowded little place, but all of our friends lived nearby in various buildings on Bishop Allen Drive, and it was a good time.
yeah, it seemed like the right name at the time, for sure.
Were you already a band at that point, or I mean, Christian, you at some point started a website, a .com.
Yeah, I didn't start it, but I joined it early on with some other people that we went to school with, and we were both kind of working jobs. Justin was actually working for Errol Morris as kind of his like protege slash
Odd jobs,
man around. Yeah.
The filmmaker, the guy who did The Thin Blue Line, and Fog of War, and
Yeah.
But we had always played music, and were living together pretty much constantly. So we I don't know, and then at
We
some
didn't
point,
start the band actually until after we left Bishop Allen Drive. We moved to Virginia for
Yeah,
a
we
while.
kind of decided to quit our jobs basically and start a band for some reason, and so that's what we did. And now we're in New York.
But Christian, when you quit your job, that involved selling your job to Barnes and Noble for millions of dollars, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, but
Well,
like
you
I said,
left
I
that
didn't-
part
I
out.
didn't start it, so it wasn't. That's not exactly how it worked out from my personal perspective. But,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So the website, the Sparks and
Spark Notes was the main.
So Spark Notes, it was kind of like an online Cliff Notes thing.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I think, funnily enough, it's really become Cliff Notes now. I mean, it's like become the thing that people refer to when they're trying to get at what a study guide
When they're
is.
trying to cheat on their
Yeah,
English
exactly.
Lit
Yeah.
exam. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So presumably after this, you would be able to afford your own piano, but I'm told that you actually spent an awful lot of time and effort rescuing a homeless piano off the street.
That's
Yeah,
true.
we did. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, there was a piano outside of a school in Brooklyn that was just like left out there. I guess maybe they were getting rid of their music program or something, and so we found it, and like with the help of some neighborhood kids who were playing a stickball game nearby, loaded it up into our van and hauled it back to our practice base, where we put it. It still lives there, and it's not tuned correctly. We brought a tuner in, and he could tune it correctly to itself, but couldn't bring it up to concert pitch.
Right.
So a lot of the times when we record, we'll use A equals 424 instead of 440.
So you're playing
Gives
like
us a heavier
Baroque
sound.
music at that point, you know? It's got the lower concert A.
Yeah.
All right. Now you guys have another song to play for us.
Sure.
Let me make sure I have the right amount of clicks here. The title is Click, 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 Click.
That's correct.
4 clicks.
Yeah.
Meaning what?
It's the sound of taking a lot of pictures. A lot of pictures. Click. Although I guess that's not really the sound that a camera makes.
Anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah. You could probably program it to do that.
Click. Oh, my camera makes that click. I have an old camera.
All right, let's hear the new song. The band is Bishop Allen, and they are performing on Friday night, tomorrow night, at the South Street Seaport as part of the River to River Festival. But they're performing for us here live in our Soundcheck studio.
I had ducked out of the rain into Maria's wedding day, and I sat there with her friends and with her family, and I was happy. I wasn't someone they'd invite, and I didn't know the groom or know the bride. But when I stood next to her brother for the photograph, he was laughing. Take another picture with your click, 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 click camera. Take another picture with your click, 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 click camera. Sure, I got pictures of my own, of all the people and the places that I've known. Here's one I'm carrying your suitcase outside of Alphabet City. But in someone else's life, where Maria is a wife, I'm on the mantle in the corner of a photograph, smiling pretty. Take another picture with your click, 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 click camera. Take another picture with your click, 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 click camera. Are you tired of where you've gone? And you think you might belong in a moment when you step out of the rain, and you've ended up in someone else's frame, and the memory now is never quite the same. You know, they never even asked your name. Take another picture with your click, 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 click camera. Take another picture with your click, 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 click camera. Take another picture with your click, 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 click camera. Take another picture with your click, click, another picture with your click camera.
The band is Bishop Allen, performing live here in our Soundcheck studio. The song is called Click, 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 and comes from their latest album, The Broken String, and the members of the band performing for us here today, tomorrow night at the South Street Seaport, Pier 17, August 18th, back here in New York at the Bowery Ballroom. And at some point, Justin, in between all of the recordings of last year and the new record this year and the touring and stuff, you have found time to do some film work.
Yeah.
And this was not with Errol Morris. This sounds like something completely different.
Yeah, I acted in a couple of movies. Our friend Andrew Bajowski has directed 2 feature films. The first one, actually, Christian stars in, and the second one, which came out recently, called Mutual Appreciation, I starred in. And after...
Define starred.
Well, you know, imagine Cary Grant, or Humphrey Bogart, somewhere
Very, very far away.
something like that. Something when you see it, you're just totally, floored.
Well, from what I understand, I think I would be totally floored to see you as a giant pigeon.
Oh yeah, so that is actually a movie called Let Them Chirp a While, which I shot more recently. This guy saw Mutual Appreciation, and even though I'm not really an actor by trade, it's not something I've studied or thought too much about. He saw Mutual Appreciation and decided that I would work in this movie, in which I do, dress up as a giant pigeon.
So he saw you, and instead of seeing Bogart or Cary Grant, said giant pigeon.
Right.
All right.
Jimmy Stewart, maybe. Jimmy Stewart could work as a giant pigeon, and so.
And Christian, what was this other film that you were both in, right? Mutual Appreciation.
Yeah, Justin played in a stretch. He played my roommate in that movie.
So, is this something that you guys might pursue in your ample spare time?
Not for me. I mean, I think Justin, every once in a while, he got on a list of people who get called sometimes for things. So he goes into auditions for funny stuff.
I get called sometimes, and I really go just to kind of see what it's like to
for like sitcoms and things.
Yeah, to walk into NBC or something and read a part for which I'm totally unfit.
Well, it gives you something to do in the 20 or 30 minutes a day that you have of spare time in between all the recordings and touring and stuff. The new album is called The Broken String. It's from the band Bishop Allen. And guys, thank you so much for coming in and playing for us today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, our pleasure.
Soundcheck Showcase is supported in part by the New York State Music Fund, established by the New York State Attorney General at Rockefeller Philanthropy Advisors. And that'll do it for today's show. Tomorrow on Soundcheck, the new album by rapper T.I. features a battle between split personalities. Singer Tori Amos adopted 5 personas for her new CD. We'll find out why multiple personalities are becoming common among stars and how it affects their music. And we undress the full Monteverdi, a classical music concert disguised as a restaurant filled with quarreling but singing lovers. Soundcheck's technical director is Irene Trudell. Our engineer today was Edward Haber. The program is produced by Brian Wise, Joel Meyer, and Allison Lichter. Our senior producer is Gisele Regatau. Our executive producer is Chris Bannon. And we had help today from Damon Whitmore and Chris Lim. There are many ways to listen to Soundcheck. You can find our archives and podcasts online at wnyc.org, or you can leave a comment there as well. I'm John Schaefer. Hope you'll be with us again at this time tomorrow for the next Soundcheck.